And then Ronaldo! Balotelli, Aguero! It's Bergkamp. That's magnificent. Here's Messi. Away from 2, 3, 4. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.
The Football Drop Podcast.
Hello and welcome to the Football Drop Podcast. I have got with me today my co-host Ali Campbell, and I've also got a special guest, Benjamin.
Hello. How are we doing, boys?
All good, all good.
How are you? Good week?
Living the dream. Mate, it's been a well-busy Monday, isn't it?
As far as
Has actually, yeah.
I don't know why Ali's saying, yeah, it has. Was you even at work today, or was you off again?
Yeah, I was. It was meant to be public holiday in, was it India and America? Still every fucker was calling us and everything, you know.
Oh, unbelievable. How dare they?
How dare they?
That's mental.
Outrageous.
So
It's
why
like
does
they
that-
had IT problems.
So why does that impact you then?
Because speak to people from all around the world.
Oh dear. Are
Yeah.
you bilingual?
No, not in the slightest. If someone calls up in a different language, you go, sorry, you need to speak English.
Don't lie, bruv. You definitely speak American. Add that to the old CV.
No, I can understand it, but I can't speak it back to them.
But yeah, very good point.
I've
How
lost
are you,
a dog
Will?
in my trash can. No.
Trash can.
Trash can.
William?
All right. I'm all right, thank you, mate. I'm all right. Yeah, all good here. How about you?
I'm good. I feel like every week you're going to start adding to this shirt collection. I'm loving this.
Trying to, mate. Trying to.
We got any more? Oh, I've got a new one actually. I
got a new
can
one.
share with you guys. It's next to me. Another one for the FDP collection.
Don't forget you got a blurry screen.
Boom. I have got a blurry screen, but you can see it. It is
Right,
by Bayern Munchen home kit.
Bayern München.
That'll be going into the collection that's sat behind me on Blurred.
Yeah.
You're buzzing for that.
Yeah. That'd be going.
The collection
It's a nice
on Blurred.
collection
Cool.
that nobody
Nice.
sees.
Yeah. Once I get the
Good-
office
good to know
done,
the collection's there.
once I get the office done in a couple of months or so, it'll be there. It'll be hung up across the back.
Do you know what
I'm
I've
sure this
noticed?
office keeps getting pushed back. This office
Exactly.
keeps getting pushed back.
Yeah, it does.
I'm sure it was a couple of months or 6 months ago.
It was, and then
Bridge 24 now, Ben. You know that, right?
yeah. Well, Laura's taste in weddings seems to be increasing more and more,
Honestly,
and
every
priorities seem to be
single
pushed
time-
back more and more.
Every single time there is something that happens that Ben's responsible for, he goes, yeah, well, Laura. It's like the instant reaction for him. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, Ben, why haven't you done this? Well, Laura.
Yes, that's the joy of being engaged. Is you blame your other half.
I don't see when you hear me blaming Lourdes.
No,
You blame Lourdes for literally everything.
Yeah, I know.
And Will, don't even get me started on what you say to Selge, because I know she listens to this bit. So you do not want to start commenting on this stuff.
Honestly, I have not blamed Selge for my lack of putting up shirts behind me.
It's not, mate, there's nowhere to put it up here. This is the problem I've got. It's all on a rail behind me. Right, whatever. Let's go on to the news, because there's been a couple of... What?
No. Because what's really funny is you go, yeah, I've got your back. Like, this is the second time. This is the classic bet. I've got your back. Yeah, well, Laura did this. Yeah, well, like the other week. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. I've got your back, Will. No, Will, it was you. Yeah, great. Well done, Ben.
I've got your back, but I'm honest.
Whose
That's
back
the
do you
difference.
have?
Yeah,
It
His
just
own.
depends on if the bus is driving past at
Yeah.
the time.
just his
Pretty
own.
much, yeah. Pretty much.
Just his own.
Just my own. But yeah, anything on the news happening this week, gents? Let's
There
move on.
was, actually, I've got quite a big news story.
Go on.
Went for some beers on Friday with my lovely friend Ben. We had
How
a
is
couple
he?
of beers.
Is it
Yeah,
good?
Well, he was good at the start of the night.
For fuck's sake.
At the end of the night,
Sounds about right.
he wasn't quite so good, was he?
No.
Would you like to explain what happened?
No.
Because you haven't even told me this, and we spoke afterwards. So
Yes.
I'm interested.
Yeah, I've piqued Ali's
Come on.
interest. First time ever. So I learned something new about Ben, that he is an expert cartwheeler.
I wouldn't say expert. It's my party trick that I can do.
Here we go. I wouldn't
It's my
say
party trick.
I wouldn't say expert.
Not
The
expert, but I'm pretty
day-
fucking. Hang on, I'm pretty fucking good at them.
the
For a
other
guy
day-
of my size, I'm pretty fucking good at cartwheels.
and swimming.
Yeah, swimming's a whole different ball game. Whole different ball game, my friend.
You was so there was a lot of boasting about swimming and cartwheels, which was a bit weird. So I was then encouraging him to show said cartwheels that he's a pro at.
Look at Ali's face. He knows what's coming.
I know what's coming. I know what's coming now. Well, I think I do, but please go on. I'm interested.
So the only problem is with Ben, just in case if you're not aware, for those people listening, is he's had a little bit of a vertigo problem with his ear, and it makes him a little bit dizzy. He's got to have an operation, actually. It's that bad. So what you would probably choose not to do with that issue is spin around on your head, really.
And you can't even drive to Canterbury, which is like 20 minutes away. What made you think you could do this?
I don't know. Will egging me on for a good solid 20 minutes.
I will be honest,
say.
there was a
Minimum.
little bit of peer pressure. There was a little bit of peer pressure. See, chuck me under the bus again.
But you've just openly admitted and launched yourself as well.
So
there was a bit of encouragement, but you've jumped straight under that yourself.
what was really quite funny though, because after he'd like fallen on the floor, because he didn't do a cartwheel, so I'm yet to see this cartwheel. He fell on the floor, and then when he stood up, it was like watching like a real drunk person just trying to sort of rebalance himself. We went proper fuck. So he's there, like I'm all right, and then falling backwards. So I've had to like catch him because I just don't want him to hurt himself. And then he's like bent over and he's like falling backwards. So I'm having to like kind of straddle him like that.
Hang on, you was not
keep him
straddling me.
To keep him up. And we were in the middle of a dark park. So there's Ben bent over with me behind him, trying to keep him up. Yeah, so it must have looked interesting for a couple of people. I had a good night.
Sounds like Ben had a great night.
And then Ronaldo! Balotelli! Aguero! It's Bergkamp! That's magnificent! Here's Messi. Away from 2, 3, 4. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.
The Football Drop Podcast.
Got Laura to come and get us.
Laura,
I was bad. I was bad.
I actually was someone I know. They went on this result relates to cartwheels. Someone from their work they went out with a works drink with was the same as you. Like, yeah, I'm really good at cartwheels. She was about 6 vodka and tonics deep and a few shots of tequila deep, which didn't really work out well for her. She did a cartwheel and basically fell on top of her head, but she got straight back up. Was like, I'm fine, and I was like, it's magic of alcohol.
Yeah,
numbs everything.
Yeah. In the morning, I bet she was not fine. I bet she was in a bit of pain.
Not. And you know what? To be fair, she's also head of HR, so she also works in the same sort of area that you do. So maybe it's just a HR thing.
Mate, HR are the worst because we have to be professional. I mean, Will's probably looking at me thinking, "Fuck off, man! Are you professional?" But we have to be professional. So when we don't have to be professional,
you HR.
It's a loose link, very loose link.
No Ben said he's deemed with HR, but you know.
Whole different story. That's off air conversation, mate. Off air convos. But yeah, I'm loosely related to HR. But yeah, you just got to enjoy yourself, don't you? That's all.
Yeah.
Enjoy it while you can. But anything actually in the news, boys?
Regarding football news.
Football news. Will, I think you had a bit of a funny one. We'll do a funny, a serious, and then an interesting one.
Okay.
I can't really call this news because it's not very new, but it's something that did catch my eye from 2021. So it's probably not the newest, if we're being honest, are we?
No, not if it's 3 years ago.
3 years ago.
Yeah, well, it was September.
Quick maths.
So it
Quick
was
maths, Ali.
not quite that long. Anyway, so it was about the Suriname Vice President, Ronnie Brunswick. You ever heard of him?
Yes, yeah, I'm sure Ali went out for a beer with him a little while ago.
Oh, okay.
We'll get him on the podcast.
Ali,
Yeah,
we'll
we'll
tell the story.
Yeah. Nah, probably not.
So he became the oldest player at 60 years of age to play in an international club competition. He started a 6-0 home loss to Olympia in the CONCACAF League. He played in the number 61 shirt because that's the year he was born. And he captained the team that he owns. So he owns the team. And played
I was waiting for this.
I actually heard about this. And soon as you said he played at 61, I was like, this has to be the guy that owned the club and made them play him.
That's it. He played for 54 minutes. He started in attack alongside his son.
His son just makes it even better.
Exactly, yeah. One of their defenders said it was their choice, and they did what they thought was best for their team. We didn't want to get involved.
That was his brother.
But they've got him pictured in a shirt, which we can post on social media, and it's just crazy. He's like properly taking it really, really serious. He's got proper photos being taken and stuff. Absolutely hilarious.
God.
Can I ask you both a question though? If you owned a football team and you could get away with doing that, you would, wouldn't you?
Maybe not in a proper competition, but probably
Friendly, maybe, yeah.
Yeah, friendly. Yeah,
But
I want to play.
Not like a international cup, like club competition. Like, can you imagine, like, you know, you've got Stan Kroenke walking out of the up front. I mean, you know, I could chuck Stan Kroenke up front for the Champions League, you know.
To be fair, I think at this point we'd probably take him.
Well, we'll take him up front, yeah. But it's a bit
still sitting on the bench.
Yeah, it's an
it's a
option off the
bit
bench.
like Sven, though, isn't it? He said that he really wants to manage Liverpool. Like that's all he's ever wanted to do. So there's a lot of people from like the Liverpool supporters try sort of saying, actually, let's get him involved for the Liverpool Legends game that's coming up, and let's get him managing Liverpool and fulfil his dream.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, no, I saw that. I think they started up a petition or something to make that happen, which would be nice, you know.
Yeah, especially considering the news. Sven this week.
Yeah.
It's come out, or was it last week? Sorry. It's, he's unfortunately got cancer. He reckons he's got about a year or so to live. So really, really sad news there, unfortunately. Bit of a legend, really, wasn't he? But what do you remember him for? Being England manager?
I remember him more for being like what he did off the pitch.
What, Ulrika Johnson?
Yeah. All the stories started coming out that he's fucking this man for this, but I was like, Jesus, he's England manager. And then everyone had a pop at John Terry. It was like, well,
John
honestly,
he's idle. There it is.
I never thought that Ali would be able to manage to get in John Terry, and how it wasn't his fault. That has blown my mind. Wow, that was impressive.
Ali defending adultery on this podcast. Nice. Nice.
Lord,
I don't defend it. I could just understand his perspective.
I never said I understood.
And Ali, you've got some actual football news proper.
Yeah, breaking as of probably the last hour and a half. Everton and Forest have been found in breach of profit and sustainability regulations. So that's the whole thing of not posting more losses than 105 million over 3 years. Everton have been found guilty of it again. Don't know how, but
I say, is this not the same sort of stuff as what they said before? And they had that conversation, those agreements.
Yeah. So basically, it's this is another one on top of that one for Everton. So obviously, Everton have already been docked 10 points, but if everything is as is, and obviously Everton and Forest get to plead their case and everything as you do when you get charged with anything in the Premier League. But if everything goes the way the Premier League want it to go, they're both going to most probably be docked 6 points. So it's a bit strange how we've gone from 10 to 6 for Everton.
Yeah, for the same charge.
If it's the same charge, just a different occasion, why have we gone 4 points difference here? So, yeah, I mean, Everton's one is a bit interesting though, because it seems that they were led by the Premier League, that obviously the stadium that they're building, the interest from that stadium wouldn't be counted in this profit sustainability rules. Like, it wouldn't be counted in that. But the Premier League have said no, that's now counted within that. So you're under.
Oh.
So Forest have come out and a bit like, okay, yeah, we've been charged. We're going to support the Premier League in investigation and all that. They've come out quite nice. Everton have come out saying, full guns blazing, like, yeah, done it again, sort of things. Because obviously, so they've already been charged, docked 10 points. I mean, if they get docked another 6, then maybe if we ever thought that maybe this is just the Premier League just trying to make the relegation race a bit more exciting.
Could be. But the problem we now have, though, is Everton, if they get docked 6 points, they're probably going to end up in the Champions League.
And then Balotelli, Aguero! It's Bergkamp. That's magnificent. Here's Messi. From 2, 3, 4. Wonderful.
The Football Drop Podcast.
But yeah, so that's the news coming out of that. Apparently, they're the only clubs. The Premier League haven't actually made their statement. The news that we got, news that was got from Sky News and everything, was Everton and Forest both putting out their own statements. So the Premier League haven't actually said it yet, but Forest and Everton are the only ones that have put statements forward, and they're not expecting anyone else to be in there. So Manchester City and Chelsea are safe for now. Man City with their 115 charges, and Chelsea with the side money that Rowan was doing to agents,
Mate, honestly,
this is what makes it a joke, isn't it? Because you've got the little ones, littler clubs who are getting little charges against them because it's like 1 or 2 charges, and City they've got 115 charges. They're not even sure if any of it is going to get to court or when it will get to court. And they'll just continue the way they do. Same with Chelsea. It is honestly, it's just so unfair.
Yeah, I mean, well, the thing is, and obviously, I'm not trying to defend Chelsea and what they did, because obviously, if they broke the rules, they broke the rules. But obviously, this was the previous owner that did this, and it was the new owners that let the Premier League know. The Premier League didn't know that this had happened until we told them.
Yeah,
that's mental.
It happened because obviously it was on the books, it was on the accounts, and they were like, okay, well, we don't want to look like that we're hiding this, so we're just going to tell the Premier League anyway. So I don't know whether that comes into it, where we've actually come to the Premier League and said, oh, by the way, you might want to have a look. But yeah, I mean, City's obviously, City have got like, the best lawyers in football. So, they're going to keep on fighting that, and in 2040 we'll see what the decision is. So, but yeah, I mean, the thing is, and also with these decisions and everything, the final decision is expected in April for Forest and Everton, like as far as points go. So that's right before the end of the season.
That 6 points can make such a huge difference.
But then if they appeal it, it goes past the end of the season. So are we really going to actually know who's been relegated at the end of the season? No.
Well, and is the appeal going to be, because the appeal still hasn't been heard, and we're
for their last one,
January now. When was that December or was that November?
I think it was December. Start December and late November.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and then that's not set till next month, is it? So that's what 3 months. So
Yeah.
April, June, July, August. So we'll be into the new season before they get their appeal.
Everton be preparing to go to Coventry.
Well, yeah. Did you see what happened with the Leicester and the Coventry fans?
I didn't see what happened. I saw the score, but I didn't see what happened.
So there was the banners over the motorway. I can't remember which it was.
Oh, yeah,
69,
no, I
something
saw
like
that.
between the two, they put offensive banners up between the motorways, which has been labelled as not very nice.
No. Regarding the Leicester owner, obviously the late owner, should we say?
Yeah.
So they were quick to get those taken down and everything. But I'm assuming that Coventry may be charged. I don't know if because it's happened out. I mean, it's happened outside the stadium. I mean, you can still get charged for it. So I imagine they might get a bit of a slap for that. But
still your fans, isn't it?
Also in the news, did any of you hear about the Reading game?
Yes, I did.
All the tennis balls.
And then all the fans bombing onto the pitch.
16 minutes into the game, it got stopped because all the fans to the pitch.
Yeah.
Started having penalty shootouts.
Against Port Vale, wasn't it?
Yeah, against Port Vale, yeah. The thing is, they stopped it on 16 minutes, and then I think I was in the car, I was just listening on the radio because they kept going back to it, being like, "Any resolution yet?" They're like, "No." Like the commentators, like, "No, they're still on the pitch. Like, we can't." And it was only like when every other game was in like the 70th minute that they went, "Oh yeah, no, we're gonna abandon the game now."
That's bad.
It was like, how's it gone that long?
Mate, honestly, it's ridiculous. It took so long. But also there was the unfortunate event at the Bolton game. The fan was taken ill. I don't know what it was. Found out today they passed away.
I did that. Oh.
Yeah, and the Sun have come in for some heat. So they said football's cancelled because of an ill fan. Everyone's just like, it's just horrific.
Yeah. No,
just like have a bit of feelings behind this, bit of empathy, guys.
Yeah, I mean, when it's something serious like that, obviously, that takes precedence over football. As much as we love football and is at some part of our lives, it only goes so far, sort of thing. So
yeah, it's absolutely terrible. So thoughts go out, I think, to their family.
Yeah,
it's just a horrible situation.
Yeah, but I mean, the thing is with the Reading one, though, obviously they're wanting the owner to sell the club. He's not selling the club, and he's liquidated 2 clubs already. I don't think they're English clubs, but he's liquidated 2 clubs already. So
is he? I didn't know that.
Get out, sort of thing. Like, they've been docked points last season for not paying players on time, not paying staff on time.
My question behind that would be, how has he passed the proper fitness and suitability check, or whatever they call it?
This is the thing as well. Like, there was a regulator. I think there was some sort of external regulator. Basically went to the Football League and said he probably shouldn't be owning a club. And the Football League went, "Okay, thanks for that," but did nothing about it. So, it's like there's only so much that someone else outside the club can do to say, yeah, he probably shouldn't be owning the club, and yet he's still an owner of a League One club, and a club that not that long ago was in the Premier League. So,
mad, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
the fall
mad.
From grace is real. The fall from grace is real.
But I mean, if obviously you got to think about if any of our clubs were in that sort of situation where, because Reading fans could probably see if they don't get sold, they'd probably go out of business.
Yeah.
Because of this. So.
Yeah, it's a scary thought, isn't it?
Fans
you
need
can't
to get
imagine
together.
that.
All put a tenner in. Fans need to get together. All put a tenner in. Buy the club.
It could happen.
They'll have 20 quid then.
Wow.
Sorry,
wow.
Reading.
Look at Will hating on the Reading fans. I didn't know you had beef with Reading, but fair enough, mate.
No, I haven't got any beef with Reading. I just thought it was a cheap laugh,
Yeah, fair enough. I thought it was going to be like a random Norwich situation.
No.
Absolute pure hatred for a club.
random pure hatred for a club.
For no reason. Should we move on to some lighter note? I've got a bit of a game for you boys, if you're interested.
Yeah, go on then.
Okay.
Okay, so what I want from you both, I'm going to type down your answers. So, with today's money, what would legends be worth? So I've got some names, and I've got how much roughly they are worth in today's market with the like the increase. What's it called?
Inflation.
Thank you, Ben.
Is this their sort of like prime versions, or is this what they were sold on, or whatever?
You have asked a very good question there, which I wasn't going to tell you until I started to reveal the answers, and then you'd be pissed off. So well done for foiling my plan, but
you've got it, Ali. See, I've got Ali's back.
Yeah.
That's his back.
Messi away from 2, 3, 4. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.
The Football Drop Podcast.
About their personality and how much if they're difficult outside, like off the pitch, or not. So you've got to take everything into consideration to see how much they're valued. So if you take Mario Balotelli, for example, he could have been a £100 million striker, but because he was a bit of a bellend, you probably could have got him for 20 million.
Right. Okay.
I still stand at 10 quid.
Yeah. So the first one, I think, is quite an obvious one. How much? So the closest one will get the point, and and so on and so forth. So how much do you think Pele is worth in today's market?
Prime Pele. I'm gonna say 280 million.
280. We might need to.
Which sounds insane.
I'm gonna say 250.
250. 280, 250. I see your tactic, Ali. I like it. Okay, next one. Johan Cruyff.
180.
200.
200. George Best.
I'll let you go first on this one. I've gone first twice.
100.
100.
Ooh, I'm gonna go 130.
130. Maldini.
Oh.
125.
Oh, is that it?
I think.
I'm going 150.
It's interesting. You put Maldini or more money than George Best. That's okay.
That's insane because attacking players go for more.
Yeah. TT.
George Best only paid
Thierry
so.
Henry, the king.
TT. Unlimited.
Anything you want.
Bench game, £1 billion.
Yeah. I'll give them Real Madrid for him to play at Arsenal again. Give him an entire club. TT 250.
Wow.
Easy 250.
251.
251.
Yeah.
Okay, Diego Maradona.
Oh,
170.
that's a toughie. 170. I'm gonna go 220.
220, 170. Interesting. And last, the legend that is Rio Ferdinand.
Oh, I've got a number. 130, you say? I'm gonna go 180.
130. You guys it's fascinating, really. So I've had to check these a couple of times over different sort of things just to see And because it doesn't make a lot of sense to me in some of this, but I'm going to go through it now. So, Pele. Ben went with 280 and Ali went with 250. In today's market, they estimate that Pele would go for £371 million.
Wow.
1-0.
Johan Cruyff. Ben went 180 and Ali went 200. He is worth, apparently, would have been worth 265 million.
Oh. I thought I undersold it. As soon as I put it, I undervalued him.
George Best. I was surprised. You went quite low here. So 130 from Ben, 100 from Ali, 167 million. George Best is an incredible player.
He was gifted. But his attitude, that's the problem, is off the pitch antics.
Off the pitch antics. But was that when he was playing?
But didn't he play till he was like, what, 29, 30? Didn't have a longer.
Young. No.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Maldini. Ben went 150. Ali went 125. It's 118 million. So, another point for Ali. So, we're drawing.
Wow, that's so low.
Yeah.
I remember Maldini, like, he sort of like in between when Italy were, like, you know, winning it, like, started actually winning, like, World Cups and Euros and stuff.
Yeah, I thought it'd be worth more.
But then, but earlier on, that's when Italy were winning. And then after, when he retired, that's when Italy won the World Cup. So,
I suppose.
But obviously, Race Milan, he was amazing.
He was a beast, yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Now, Thierry Henry, this is where. So, Thierry Henry and Diego Maradona are where I start to lose a bit of faith in this quiz. But we're going to consist. So,
Is this because Maradona's higher than Henry and you can't have it?
So, bear in mind, Pele, 371 million. Thierry Henry, 109 million.
Oh, give over.
Ben went for 250, Ali went for 251, so Ben actually gets the point.
Come on! He's stitched yourself up. Damn it.
So Diego Maradona, I think because of his off-field antics and some of his fitness issues that he had, and he won the World Cup for Argentina. Albeit, did he cheat? I don't know, but he scored one of the greatest. He scored the greatest World Cup goal.
Yes,
ever.
he did. Yes, he did cheat. Yes.
96 million he would be valued at now.
Wow.
So Ali got that point because Ben said 220 and Ali said 170. Now Rio Ferdinand is where it all comes down to. So we are at a 3-3 draw.
Christ, you couldn't make this up.
No, it's exciting shit, isn't it?
I mean, you could. He might not be looking at any
could,
website.
yeah.
He could just be doing it off his head.
He probably is just making it all fun.
Rio Ferdinand. Ben said 180. Ali said 130. Drum roll, please.
It's going to be 155.
Smack bang in the middle. No one wins.
Congratulations, Ali Campbell. Rio Ferdinand, 56 million.
Sorry?
56 million.
I think he won internationally.
Didn't he go for nearly that when he was actually transferred?
It was
30 when he was in the league.
Yeah. So it's not gone up too much since then. So it's inflation as well, don't forget. And he only played recently. So I think that's got something to do with those figures as well. So yeah.
Fair play, well done, Ali.
Congratulations. Interesting though. Interesting, I thought, to look at those figures and to see, who. Because Neymar, what was Neymar? Neymar was like 200 million, wasn't it? He went to PSG for.
Yeah.
So it was all distorted figures, though, wasn't it? It's like 226 or something, but there was unofficial figures for this, that, the other, and obviously the payments for his sister for her birthday and that sort of shit. And
so he probably
bizarre.
sits between Cruyff and Best in terms of value.
That's mental.
I mean, I can understand George Best being like. I mean, Johan Cruyff. I mean, obviously, I think that's where my knowledge came into it, where Ben's didn't. Obviously, I was thinking back to like Ajax winning Champions Leagues and the Dutch winning like European Championships and stuff. So, I thought he'd be quite a fair bit.
Certainly
Yeah, I
was.
thought it'd be a lot. I didn't think it'd be that high. I didn't know he was that high regarded.
And then Balotelli, Aguero! It's Bergkamp. That's magnificent. Here's Messi. Away from 2, 3, 4. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.
The Football Drop Podcast.
Before we move on then into the sort of like the Premier League results and stuff, we set a challenge last week, wouldn't we? Do we want to do that first?
Yeah, let's go with the challenge. What was it set last week? Is this the top 10s?
This is the top 10, top 10, top 10.
Top 10, top 10.
And it turns into a top
10.
5.
Yeah, it's
Two
top
top
5,
fives.
top 5.
Which is top 5, yeah. Top 5, top 5, top 5.
Yes. So should we start the easy one? Let's go centre backs. I'm just going to get my notes up here. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Yeah, I mean, don't jump at the chance, boys.
William
don't jump.
Saliba.
I'm shocked. I'm so shocked.
Undoubtable.
Oh my
Undoubted. Are you arguing that he is not one of the top 5?
No. But I'm shocked that Will said him first. I mean, there's so many centre backs that you could pick. Oh no, William Saliba in straight away.
Not many at the top though. Not many at the top, is there?
That's what I'm here to disappoint.
I completely agree with that. I wholeheartedly agree. Virgil van Dijk. Yep, cannot argue with that at all.
Yeah,
especially this season, back to form, isn't he?
I mean, both of them have been top 2, so
yeah,
I agree.
I'm gonna go James Tarkowski this season.
No, shut up. Please.
This season, he has been a beast for Everton.
Yeah, but he's made
Let's
some
chuck
big
Thiago Silva
mistakes.
in there then.
I think he's up there. Boys.
No.
Oh, Torres.
Pau Torres.
Ruben Diaz.
No, Diaz, no.
Yeah,
What do you mean no?
No, he's not been on form this season.
So
hang on. Don't jump it. We haven't done Pau Torres yet. We're just fucking throwing names about. Wait your
just
turn.
throw names out.
That's
Wait
what
your
we've
turn.
got to do, mate. That's what we've got to do. We can't until we know who's there. We can't just get rid of.
Yeah, we can't.
Okay.
So, Ruben Diaz, Pau Torres, Thiago Silva. I've got Ake, which I wasn't too sure about, and I've got Senesi.
For Bournemouth. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say Mark Gahey for Palace. I think he's been very good this season.
He's been good.
Yeah, I think he has been very good. Also, Joachim Anderson for Palace.
Yeah.
I'd say Anderson more than Gahey.
Anderson over Gahey, to be fair. Yeah.
He gets a goal as well, doesn't he?
Every now and then he does. Yeah, he does.
Great strike against United.
Yeah.
Top corner.
Who else did you have, Ali?
I struggled a bit with obviously the names we've already said, but I mean, I'd throw a different Everton name in there, and that's Branthwaite.
Not yet. He's not better than the names we've mentioned. It's the same. With
He's not. No, he's not better than the names mentioned. But just throwing names out there, he has been really good this season. Like he's come straight in and played alongside Tarkowski. And
the problem with that though is I agree with you, but we're trying to name names that are better than the ones we've already named, Ali, because we're trying to get a top 5.
No.
Not just average 5. We're getting the top 5.
I don't think you can go further than who we've already named.
But we've named more than 5, so if that's the case, there's no point.
Right.
All right.
Boys, stop.
Ben White.
Stop. No.
Levi Colwill.
Stop.
Get out. Harry Maguire, Ibrahima Konate, Willy Bolly. Let's get them all in, mate. Why not? Let's get all the centre backs that are not very good.
Konate?
No,
he's had about 5 good games this season.
Right, so let's take control of this podcast and stop.
Too much rotation. Too much rotation
around. So who are we
Look
going?
at Will, he's getting well into this.
Out of all the players that we mentioned, who are we going for?
I think Anderson is in with a number 5 slot personally this season alone.
Better than. Okay, so let's go for who do we think is third then? Before we get into who do we think is fifth?
Yeah, we know the top 2 are. Third.
What were the names we've got, Will?
Thiago Silva.
So you've got Thiago
shut up.
Silva,
No.
we've got Diaz, we've got Ake, we've got Torres, we've got Senesi, we've got Gueye, and we've got Anderson. I don't know if I'm missing any. Did I say? I said Thiago Silva, didn't I?
You did, yeah. Okay, so I don't think Thiago Silva is in top 5 this season, purely because he's made a couple of high-profile errors. They've not always necessarily led to goals, but there's a few errors and slips that he's been making throughout the season and dodgy passes. There's more than one, Alistair.
What? I can't handle you today. I don't know what's wrong with you. Throwing Will under the bus. Now you're just mugging off Thiago Silva. I mean, guy's 39.
Don't get me wrong. Age shouldn't come into it though. It's how good you're playing this season. He could be 139 for all I care. If he's having a good season, he'll make our top 5.
He's having a good season. He himself is having a good season. It's the rest of the bricks around him.
But he's making mistakes. So look,
Will,
do you think he's in top 5?
Mistake.
Will, do you think he's in top 5? Yes or no?
Oh God, I would say let's not discount him just yet.
Okay, you've got a casting vote here though.
Well, I can't because we haven't discussed the others. So I would put him with Anderson, where he could be. He's fighting Anderson for 5th.
Okay, Ali does not look impressed, but okay.
So let's go. Let's go for 3rd. So let's go for a top defender.
I mean, I'm just going to throw another name into the mix quickly. I know he's been a bit up and down, but his team this season, Christian Romero has been very good.
Oh, no, I can't. No.
I don't think you can have him in for the pure fact of that you don't know if he's going to still be on the pitch.
Yeah. He can't last 90 minutes.
Fair point. Yeah.
It's like he was just
this
like
season.
It was just like David Luiz. He'll do something stupid, and
Oh, does that mean he's going to come to Arsenal when he's 34 years old? Great.
After he's been at Chelsea, after he's been at Chelsea and ripped it up, yeah.
Excellent. Yeah, Chelsea will go buy him, then he'll go away, then you'll buy him again, and then he'll come to Arsenal.
Yeah,
love
send him on loan to Benfica.
Paul Torres, yeah, I think you're right. I think he would go in top 5.
Okay, yeah, I'd say.
Does he go at 3 or 4?
Maybe 4.
Who's 3 then?
So you've got Ruben Diaz or Ake.
I mean, I'm going to have to go for Ali's favourite player, Nathan Ake.
What about John Stones? He hasn't really played too much, has he?
He's
No.
been in and out, not really. Yeah, he's been injured and stuff. So
Yeah. Okay, so we're going Ake. That's who
Ake.
I am now. Ake 3rd. Pau Torres 4th. So now we've got a 5th place. We've got Senesi, Anderson, or Thiago Silva.
Anderson for me.
Thiago Silva for you, Ali?
Thiago Silva for me. I mean,
Here we go. Deciding vote. William Salisbury. Have I just mentioned you look very, very handsome today?
before or after the bus ran him over, that you pushed him to.
Look, I reversed the bus, I picked him up, I dusted him off, and I bought him a beer. It's
You
fine.
reversed it so it ran over him again. Nice one.
Oh, he's still under.
And then Ronaldo! Balotelli, Aguero! It's Bergkamp. That's magnificent. Here's Messi. Away from 2, 3, 4. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.
The Football Drop Podcast.
You are talking about one mistake, Ben.
I'm talking about 4 mistakes in that one game alone.
Name me those mistakes, please. I've got
there's
one for you, and that's at Newcastle. There you go.
There's one that he slipped. I think it was a Newcastle game. He slipped and let someone in. There was another one where he tried to clear it and pass it out.
I'm sorry. Are you saying someone's a bad defender because they slipped?
Yeah, because he slipped under no pressure whatsoever, and then he let her go in because his positional was wrong.
I don't know if you know, Ben. Outside, right? Outside, it rains. which makes the ground a bit wet, right?
Yeah, okay.
And I think if you play football, so you know that like the studs and that on boots now and the blades, they're a lot more like cut through the grass now. So it's a lot easier to slip over. Like how often do you see players slip over now in the Premier League?
Yeah.
Quite a lot.
Look, okay, I'll take that away. But there's been in the same game, he passed it to a Newcastle player twice.
Just hold that.
He tried to do a sort of medium-ish long ball to midfield from near his box, and again went straight to a Newcastle player. And there was other times, I can't remember what games, but I remember seeing it a few times thinking, this is really not like Thiago Silva to do it. I'm not slated him as a player. I'm just saying purely for our top 5 this season, I personally don't agree. However, we've decided as a trio that is what it is. So I'll honour that. That's fine. So what have we got? Do you want to read it off again, Will, just so the listeners can hear? Because I know me and Ali have been bickering like children.
Oh, have you? I haven't noticed.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got William Saliba as numero uno.
Obviously.
Followed by Virgil van Dijk. Then we have got Ake, Torres, and Thiago Silva.
Wouldn't mind having them in your squad, would you? Especially 5 centre backs. Would be pretty decent, wouldn't it?
Shall we move on to our wing backs?
Yes. Can I just clarify something before we go with loads of names? What are we classing Trent as?
Trent.
He's right back.
Are we still class him as a right back? Yeah.
He's top of my list.
All right.
Top of my list. Number 1.
Trent 1. Yeah.
That.
This season.
I say Trent or Walker, but yeah.
I'd put Walker as second.
Yeah.
Trent, Walker. I think there's a few names we can band about here. So I've got on here Trippier, Pedro Porro, arguably Ben White, although I don't think he's top 5, but I think he's still had a very good season. Mikalenko has been an interesting thought this season. I kind of, part of me wants to put Tyrek Mitchell in there. He's had a solid season for Palace.
You are not in Palace today.
Do you not put
I know, they've just been quite good. Udogi's another one.
I've got Trippier. And there's a bit of an outside bet. I've got Luke Shaw because I think he's been really good for United this season.
I just don't think he's played enough. He's been injured.
That is the problem.
Too much.
Yeah, that is the problem with him, yeah.
Yeah, I think the injury rules him out of contention.
Do you think?
Injuries are a shame.
When you're injured, you can't really perform that well on the pitch.
Just ask Reece James.
Who?
Just ask Reece James.
I thought he retired, didn't he?
No, mate, no.
Oh, it's not seen him for God knows how long.
All right. Before you two start again, who are we going to go for then? So we've got Shaw out. So who do we think really? Realistically, we've got Udogi, Lo Celso, not Lo
Celso.
Not Lo Celso. Pau Porro.
Pedro Porro.
Pedro Porro.
Who the fuck is Pau Porro?
Look, he's a Spurs player. Will doesn't give a fuck.
Oh, I don't care. So we got.
I saw quickly just on Pedro Porro. I saw a meme the other day of some Tottenham fans saying, like when he was injured or something. I can't believe he's injured. But don't worry, or if he gets sold or something, I'm sure there's a Pedro Porro Peters hanging around in the club.
Oh, God.
Probably made me laugh. Sorry, Will. Sorry, that was quite amusing for me. Udogi, Pedro Porro, Trippier. I want to say Mikalenko is in there. Anyone else?
I don't think so.
4 fighting for 3 spots.
What are we thinking then? I reckon Trippier's in there. I think he's been outstanding for Newcastle for the last 2 seasons. But certainly this season.
I think Trippier's in there, but I don't think he's. I don't think he's third. I think his recent form has just knocked him down a little bit.
Yeah. I can agree with you on that one.
Hurts me to say, but I think Pedro Porro's third.
Yeah.
Because I just think he's been really, really good for the Spurs this season, and that pains me to say.
He's third. Okay.
Yeah,
so
and then
fifth place we're looking for then.
Mikalenko or Udogi.
Well, we can't have 2 Tottenham players.
No, it's got to be Mikalenko.
We just can't. But I don't know if Mikalenko's better than Udogi.
No, I can't. I
I don't think
think
he's better than him, but I think in terms of seasons, what's more surprising for you?
No, we're going for the best, the top 5, not who's more surprising.
No, but you've got, I mean, you're factoring age and things like that for Thiago Silva, but in terms of who themselves personally is having a better season to be a better player this season compared, I think both have got a case. Udogie is obviously new to the league,
Young.
new manager, young. Mikalenko has kind of just come from nowhere again, really. Seems to be quite regenerated, lots of energy again. Manager is settled, Premier League proven manager.
He's been in the
And
Premier
he
League.
doesn't play for Spurs.
He's been in that is.
You've got to factor all of that in, Will.
but Cornwall.
There's got to be somebody else. We can't be down to Mikalenko or Udogie. There's got to be someone else.
So far, West Ham having a good season.
Nah. Brighton don't have fullbacks, so Estupinian.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't think this season he's been that.
No, but since he's come back, he fired 2 30-yard bangers in. So,
But I think it's the injury front again for me.
yeah, but even before that though, this season, like even before that, he was good. Then he was injured, but then he's come back and he's still been good. So
there's an argument Matty Cash has been quite good and quite solid this season. Played a lot more than what I think people probably expected.
we
just have to bite the bullet here and just say it's
unfortunately, we're gonna have to put the doggy in there because you can also factor in for a doggy that I don't know if you boys knew who he was when he joined. I didn't know who the fuck he was. Spurs fans probably did. They probably saw him out on the loan list last season. And like you say, he's new. He's new into the team, and he's just taken. I mean, the only bad kind of game he had was obviously when he got sent off against Chelsea because it was just a stupid challenge he did. But but he's unfortunately been really good.
Okay.
We're gonna have to say, aren't we? Will see Doggy.
All right. So we've got no Arsenal players, but we've got 2 Tottenham players. So we've got Trent, Walker, Pedro Porro, or Lo Celso, or Pau Porro, whatever you want to call him. Trippier and Udogie.
Yeah.
There we go. It's official. It's FTP top time.
And then Balotelli, Aguero! It's Bergkamp. That's magnificent. Here's Messi. Away from 2, 3, 4. Wonderful.
The Football Drop Podcast.
But should we start with Burnley Luton? Bit of controversy.
Yes.
Wasn't there? What do you reckon?
Massive controversy.
Massive. Was it a foul, boys?
This is the question, mate.
The way the game's reffed, yes. But I think, like most people, most fans probably, there's nothing worse than seeing the keeper get a slight touch and then falling to the floor. I mean, if you look at what was it, City against Liverpool, when Alisson got a slight touch and it was given not a goal for when like Kanji put it in the back of the net.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, is that really a foul? Probably not. This one, I mean, yeah, it's unlucky for Burnley because if you go the way the refs normally ref the game, it's foul.
Yeah, I think it was more of a slight touch.
Yeah.
I think there was more than slight contact. I think there was definitely proper. I think there was enough to put you off being able to get in the air, jump, or do whatever you need to do.
Apparently not.
But yeah, I don't understand how they've said that. It's just again the inconsistencies.
Yeah, I mean, what got me was Vincent Kompany after the game. Like, I think it was after the Villa game where they had a few VAR decisions go against him. He was very calm about it, and he was like, "Yeah, I mean, I just want consistency like everyone else, you know." And he was very calm about it. And then obviously this one, he's like, "That's a disgrace."
Yeah.
He's allowed to say that. Your manager isn't.
Why?
Was it enough of a shove though for Trafford to go down?
I don't think to go down. I think he definitely milks it a little bit, but I think there's enough contact to affect him.
But the problem is, if he doesn't go down, he wouldn't get a free kick.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's the problem. That's the problem with a lot of players that do go down when they have been touched, is that they go down like they've been shot, because that's the only way they're going to actually get the penalty. Because if they stay on their feet and they get like a kick in the back of the legs, they ain't going to. I know obviously this wasn't a kick in the back of the legs, but I remember it was like Coutinho when he was playing for Liverpool. Like someone just came in at him and just went for him. He didn't go down, stayed on his feet, and and they didn't get a penalty for it. And Glenn Kopp was like, "How's that not like he's just come in and not got the ball? He's kicked his leg, but he didn't get a penalty. He didn't go down." So
exactly, you have to fall down like Sterling did against Fulham. Absolutely mental that he went down. But
I mean, was it a foul? Yeah,
we'll come on to that. But yeah, I thought that should he have stayed on his feet and tried to make more of an attempt rather than go down and try and get the foul? I don't know. It's a goalkeeper's thing, isn't it? Maybe he felt the nudge.
Yeah, I mean,
Good game though.
it was a good game.
Good game.
1-1 draw. I think I predicted that scoreline.
You did actually. I did see that on Instagram. I was like, oh, he actually got one. Jesus.
I know.
Yeah.
He won the
First
week.
time in a while.
He won the week. Oh my God.
He won the week because there was only
comeback is
5
on.
games. Yeah, well done.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I knew that there was only 5 games, and then for FPL, I completely forgot there was only 5 games.
Yeah.
I was like, oh man, I've got like 30 points this season. This week. No, Will's only on 30 points this season, I think. But yeah.
I've still got Haaland in my team, so that's where I am.
Mate, he's still in mine as well. I can't take him out. Because I know that I'll forget that I need to put him back in, and I won't have enough money, and I can't be asked then resetting team, and I'll give up.
I just didn't think he'd be out for this long. And then Pep's like, oh no, you're probably not going to see him till February now. Like, what?
Oh, it's ridiculous. But moving on. Go on, Ali. Tell us about the next game.
Newcastle City.
No, not that one. Oh, he got me again. God.
You won.
I mean, yeah, we did. You know, that's 4 in a row.
Wow.
It's madness.
Title charge?
No.
You're steering clear of the relegation zone now. That's
we
fantastic.
are closer to the top than we are the bottom, than we are the relegation zone. That it's been a while, but and also top half.
Christ.
Eighth place, 31 points. You're in.
No, we're
you're
ninth
in with a
now.
shout. Huh?
We're ninth now.
Ninth. No, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, because United drew.
Yeah, of course.
So for one lonely time, I've been looking for a Spurs win, but they let me down. It's just like they do every year.
Imagine supporting.
Exactly.
Yeah, up there.
I feel like I was last year.
Close to Europe. But in all seriousness, if you're Raheem Sterling and you feel that little tap, there's no way that was enough to go down.
Right. Okay. Thing is though, right? The way you gotta look at it is everyone saw Sterling against Wolves. He's only got the keeper in front of him and he just booted it at him.
True.
When Sterling thinks, if I go down here, Cole Palmer gets the penalty. And then it's like, foregone conclusion.
Cole Palmer is something else. He is a bowler.
I won't lie, I did not expect this. When we signed him. I saw a sign for 45 million. I was like, oh yeah, okay. Because the thing is, had you guys sold the Smith Rowe, we wouldn't have got Cole Palmer. So cheers for that. But yeah, he's been something else this season. Bad game against Middlesbrough during the week. But
yeah, did you want to talk about that game as well?
Thanks for bringing that up.
Can do if you want.
I completely forgot that was there.
Yeah, can do if you want. I mean, controlled the game, just got it on the break. That's all it was. So, but yeah, I mean, against Fulham, gave us a few scares, like they did you. I mean, they gave you probably 2 scares and a few guys. But they did actually put a ball in exactly the same as they did for like Jimenez when he scored against you.
Yeah.
And my heart was like, please don't let Jimenez be there. Luckily, it was Harry Wilson who's left-footed. So, but yeah, no, it was a good win for us. Needed it. Needed a win. You know, first time in so many years now, apparently, that we've actually won 3 on the bounce at home. So,
wow, really?
got to remember when you got to think like when Jose was there, we didn't lose at home at all.
No, that's
so
true, yeah.
you know, but yeah, no, it was a good win. Hopefully, take that forward to the Middlesbrough game now. Win that 2-0 and hopefully go through to the final.
1-0 penalties, get knocked out. Come on.
We won our last penalty shootout.
Yeah, well, I'm hoping you won't win this one. But no, big 3 points for you guys. That's brilliant.
Yeah. You know, Fulham have been playing well. I mean, they beat they did well against Liverpool. Obviously, beat you guys. It's their away form though. I did think because we were at home, I did think we might beat them, but I obviously wasn't confident enough to say that out loud. Just in my head, we're going to beat them. Out loud, I'm not. We're going to lose.
Moving on to the next one that we'll speak about just now, City Newcastle.
ADP back with a bang.
I think all 5 goals could be goal of the month contenders.
Really good, weren't they?
They actually did that on Match of the Day, didn't they? They did. Instead of just goal of the month, it was goal of the game. But it was like similar games. And then
That's magnificent. Here's Messi. Away from 2, 3, 4. Wonderful.
The Football Drop Podcast.
But yeah, no, that game was nuts. I did not expect Newcastle to go in lead because I mean, you know, I assumed Haaland would be back, but apparently not. Pep's like, you know, not seen until February. Great. So got KDB back, and it's like he's not been away.
It's a lovely finish, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, and that ball to Oscar Bob as well.
Mate,
Bob to score as well. It's incredible.
Oscar Bob, he's going to be a player.
Yeah.
What a goal!
Yeah.
Silva's goal was fucking quality. Those little I love those little flicks. Quality.
Great, but yeah, that was a good game for Chelsea anyway because it meant that Newcastle were 10th now.
What, are they as low as 10th?
Yeah,
mate, they haven't won for quite a while now.
Brighton.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. Sneeze in the middle of a pod. Ooh. I didn't realise they were so low down. I know they're not having the best season, but wow.
Well, no, like we said, they've not won. I mean, they've lost all their last 4. So.
Christ. Worse than Arsenal.
Lost to Forest. The only win they've had is in the last 5 games in all competitions is the Sunderland game.
They'll turn it around, surely.
Aldo Linton's out for 4 to 6 weeks.
And the did you see was their assistant called? I always forget his name.
Jason Din.
Yeah, did you see he took everybody up to the away end at Sunderland to get a selfie?
Yeah. He gets it. He's not even from there.
That guy's just an absolute shithouse, isn't he?
Shithouse, yeah, mate. Yeah.
Absolute shithouse.
Everton
Villa.
They missed an
Will.
opportunity, didn't they, to go? What was it? Level on points with Liverpool, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think they could have. They could have gone level. Would they go ahead on goal difference or anything?
No.
I haven't got a table up in front of me.
I don't think so. No.
No. That's why I said they'd have gone level on points.
They're still not good away from home, are they?
No, but I mean, I mean, they had the ball in the back of the net, but VAR again comes alive and takes that away from them. I mean, to be fair, it should have been taken away because they were looking at offside. It was a foul on Danjuma. I don't know what people were complaining about, but but it's just the fact that I think it took them like 5 minutes to get to that decision. So it's like
it was a 4-minute check though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's like it's stupid. It's like
it was offside. Was it offside? It was offside, wasn't it? Was it his I can't remember what it was that was playing him offside, but it was the player on the floor, wasn't it? I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, Danjuma. I think they were checking his back, his right bum cheek, and his left toe.
That's it.
Seeing which one was further back.
Honestly, ridiculous.
Yeah,
it's such a joke.
Mental, but yeah,
such a joke.
Yeah.
But yeah,
0-0
draw.
Nil.
Wasn't the best. It wasn't the best game, to be honest, but
not the worst.
Good point. No, wasn't the worst. Well, actually, probably this weekend it was. Yeah.
That's a good point. Højlund got off to a good start against Tottenham. Great goal.
Lovely.
It was, yeah. Roof of the net. Didn't expect that 3 minutes in. I was watching it. I was like, no, Højlund's got the ball and bang go. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone.
I think he's going to be really good for United. I think it's like a bit of a sleeping assassin so far. As soon as they start getting the ball into him, I think he'll start banging them in.
Problem is though, is getting the ball into him because, albeit that was a good goal, but I think didn't he have to take it? He took it off like Rashford's toe. He had to take it off Rashford's toe and it to actually get the ball. It's like they're not actually passing the ball when they're out wide. So that's going to be his problem. He's going to have to. Unfortunately, he's going to be feeding off scraps and deflections and whatever else in the box. It seems at the moment because they just don't have wingers to get the ball in.
He's just going to have to go. He's just going to have to go. Like you say, he's just going to have to go and get it.
And
go, no, this is what I can do.
Himself.
Pass the ball to me, and I can do.
Go and tackle him.
Yeah.
Go 2 foot, Marcus Rashford.
Yeah, Rashford's falling 2 foot. Marcus Rashford. He's been sent off. Well, it's my own player.
Oh yeah, fair enough. Yeah, that's all right. No worries. Continue.
Yeah, but that was a good game though. 2-2.
Good game. First game for Sir Jim Ratcliffe as well as chairman. Is he chairman? He's chairman, isn't he?
No, he's just a minority stake. Even then, it's not even been confirmed yet. They're probably not going to be confirmed until Premier League confirmed probably by Februaary. So
Richarlison got another goal as well in that. Bentancur got the other one.
It's really disappointing. Rich Atkinson is doing really well this season.
Yeah, it's surprising as well that Timo Werner straight in the team.
Yeah,
got an assist, but
I think it's just for the pit. You can just see the amount of people the Spurs have got out at the moment, like whether they're at the international tournaments or injured. Like, because I think they said Kulusevski was ill yesterday, and that's why he wasn't there. So, I think they would just have to throw Werner in. Like, there you go, off you go. And he did what Timo Werner does. Few flashes of nice play, and then one plays over the bar. So
standard. But it's his first game. He ran all over that pitch, and that's what Ange wanted him to do, and he got an assist out of it. So fair play to him.
He's probably got more assists than Anthony has.
Anthony hasn't got anything this season. Quality player.
90 million well spent.
Mental. And we've got 5 games this weekend.
Yeah.
Should we wrap it up there?
I think so, boys. It's been a pleasure. We've got our top 5s. What are we doing next week? Are we going to do like midfield and then like attacking mids, or like 5 centre mids, 5 attacking like wingers, inside forwards? How did you want to do it? So we've discounted people like Salah and Saka and things like that.
Should we have this conversation off air, and then we'll just let people know next week?
Well, yeah, can do, I suppose.
Be a surprise for the next episode.
There we go. Cheers, guys. Take care.
Bye.
Yeah.